Internet, I'm Zoe and this is Nick.
And together we are two cynics. No.
Sitting down my dog. You're such a pervert, Nicholas.
A pervert.
Pervert.
Apparently it's a thing on the internet for the month of June to tell people what your favourite things you've done this month are.
Now, Nick doesn't frequent the same YouTubers that I do, so this is actually the first time that he's heard of a monthly favourites video. I thought that we'd give it a go doing some of our favourites for this month, focusing a little bit more on what we did and what we ate than what beauty products we used.
Something fun that I did this month was buy another car, as I am wont to do. Yet another car, in fact. After I sold my last one, I went out and bought myself a Toyota Camry named Cyril. He is red, he is old, he has high mileage, and I've already had to replace his gearbox. And that's probably not the last thing that's going to have to happen to Cyril. But I'm having a lot of fun doing it. The car is a lot cleaner than when I got it. It's taken me about 2 weeks so far to clean him, but he's actually vaguely sanitary now. I don't feel like I'm going to catch any sort of diseases from him. It felt a bit like that to start with. Mouldy dog hair. If any of you watched Mighty Car Mods, there was quite a lot of human slime, coating the entire inside of the car. That took the most time to actually scrape that off. In cases I did have to scrape it off, I probably shortened my life quite considerably in the cleaning of that car. But now it's clean and not a biohazard, so that's what I've been doing.
We've already filmed a video this month about what we thought of Wonder Woman. We thought that it was great. If you want to hear more details about it, then go and check out the video, but yes, good times. Something else that we've been getting back into this month is the TV show Vikings, because it's been released onto Netflix. We used to watch it a while ago, but we hadn't actually seen the newest season, so we've just been devouring it. Now we've almost finished season 4. But we think that it is so good and so entertaining. Parts of it are perhaps a little bit too violent for my delicate sensibilities.
Yeah,
so I need to leave, and then Nick will give me a signal when it's safe for me to come back. But the moments in between those moments are very good. Also, one of my favourite characters on Vikings is Lagertha, so I've tried to do a little bit of a Lagertha inspired hairdo today. I've got my braids at the sides, and I'm pretty pleased with it. But yeah, she has the most fantastic hair. She has it back combed so much on the top. I couldn't even do it justice. It's how would you describe the back combing?
Hairspray levels of back combing. Somewhat related to Vikings is the HEMA class that I've taken up recently. For those of you who don't know, HEMA stands for Historical European Martial Arts, and is basically prattling about with a sword. To do it more justice, it is the study of the art of fencing, historical fencing, not the sport of fencing. There's basically a whole lot of medieval manuals, fencing manuals from fencing masters of, many, many centuries ago that people have now started translating. There's lots of them on the internet now, and lots of schools are popping up teaching you actually how to fence, in the proper style of the time. So that is what I have been doing every Sunday. For those members who are into it, there are reenactment events you can go to, if that's sort of your cup of tea.
I really want Nick to get one of these costumes though.
Why?
I think that it would be so great. I would love to see Nick in a medieval style costume, just based on all of the historical TV shows that we watch. It would be amazing.
I would feel like I was cosplaying for the entire time.
But you'd look so cute.
For the rest of us, there are tournaments, which are exactly what they sound like. A bunch of people with swords and masks turn up, and clobber each other for several hours until you got a winner. Sounds like great fun. I've only just started, but my mate and I have already signed up for a tournament in August, so we'll see how that goes. To start with, you usually start learning with polycarbonate swords, or wooden ones, and because that's more historically accurate, that's what I did. One day I decided, right, I'm going to have a sword to practice with. So I got some wood and a plane and some chisels and things, and in a couple of hours I had myself a sword.
Something else that we did recently with a few friends was rock climbing. This place called Clip and Climb, which is different to traditional rock climbing because you don't have to have another person to belay you. So they've got this machine at the top of each of the walls that your line is hooked into, and then you just climb up and it retracts, and then at the top you just jump off and it catches you and lowers you down.
You hope it'll catch you. There's no way of knowing.
You have to have faith.
Basically, when you start, they say, climb about a metre up the wall and then just drop down, just to convince yourself that the belaying system actually works.
It is pretty terrifying the first time that you jump down from the top. The walls are about 8 metres high, so if you get all the way up, it's quite a long way down when you look. But it's quite invigorating once you've let go and then you sort of abseil down the wall again. It's good. But we actually really enjoyed hanging out with people while we did something, because usually when we hang out with friends we just... What? I don't get it.
Hanging out with people?
I don't... Oh, Nick, you and your puns. Nick's already getting ready to be a dad with all of his dad jokes that he makes.
I try.
I'm sure you do. Oh, but yeah, we really enjoyed doing an activity that wasn't just sitting around having food. Like, I mean, that's great as well, but
we had food afterwards.
We did. We had dumplings. It was really good. But it was so much fun to actually do something that was physical and like an adventure. It was really nice. We're probably going to try and do some more of that in the future. Maybe every couple of weeks go and do trampolining or rock climbing or a bushwalk if the weather...
Scuba diving.
Oh, probably, no, not scuba diving. I have a fear of deep water. You go scuba diving and I will stay home with some nice food, which coincidentally segues into our next segment. Now, if you know us, you know that we love our food, so it wouldn't be a genuine favourites video if we didn't have at least a few food items in there. Now, to begin with, I would like to share my favourite biscuits at the moment, which are these Oreos. They're just absolutely delightful. Also, they're coincidentally dairy-free because I'm cutting down on dairy at the moment. So it's actually quite good. They're almost healthy except for all the sugar. And yeah, these are Nick's favourite biscuits that he's enjoying over here.
Best biscuits in the damn world.
Unfortunately, I cannot partake in these biscuits because they have gelatin in the glaze. But it just means that there's all the more for Nick. Also, he doesn't really like these, so it works out quite well. We each get a packet.
The back of the box makes a picture and you have to buy all of the different boxes to make like a kind of crappy wall decoration.
You know, anyone would think that these biscuits were designed with children in mind, not with grown men.
And even though I am a vegetarian, I can say that all of these animals are delicious. Anyway, you keep talking. I'm just gonna eat these.
Oh, moving on to another favourite food item for this month. I've been having a lot of peanut butter. This is the only peanut butter that I like. It doesn't have any extra salt or extra sugar, so it's essentially 96% roasted peanuts. It's just got some vegetable oils and stuff in it as well, but it's very good. It's quite savoury, but it doesn't separate like the Pix one does, and it's not sweet like the Kraft one, which is disgusting. What are you reading on that box?
I just found Esther all of her ribbons. Esther's lost her ribbons, and I've just found all of them.
Oh, Nick, you're such a good person. Now, moving on to our final food favourite, and perhaps the most exciting, noodles. These noodles in particular, just these dried noodles that you can cook up with like egg and oil and garlic and soy sauce and vegetables. It's essentially based on this restaurant that we really like to go to that we call the Noodle House.
Our two favourite dishes when we go to this noodle house: fried noodles and deep fried tofu. Everyone likes a bit of deep fried tofu, except for Zoe's dad.
He doesn't like tofu of any sort. But this oh gosh, the tofu that they do. In fact, that's another favourite of the month. It's the Noodle House fried tofu. It's so good. It's like
battered and deep fried with chili and garlic and salt, and it's just
it's food that's so good that even though you're full, you still need to keep eating it if it's on the plate, because it would just be a crime to leave it behind. You've got to finish it all.
You know they do put it in a box for you, right? They'll quite happily put it in a box and you can take it home.
Now, it wouldn't be a proper favourites video without having at least a few health and beauty favourites. Now this next one is actually Nick's shampoo.
No, it isn't.
It is, it's Nick's shampoo. Except my shampoo's run out, so I've also been using it.
Aha, see, it's yours.
It's our shampoo, and it's just so good. Nick, do you want to describe to these lovely viewers what this smells like?
It smells like cupcakes or pikelets.
Raspberry lamingtons.
Yeah, like berries and maple syrup on it, and it just, it's like washing your hair with maple syrup, except not sticky. Oh, it's got fatty alcohol in it.
Whatever they add to it, it's wonderful, and it smells. Now, this is my moisturiser, what I'm about to show you.
Not mine.
This is
just
my...
putting that out there.
I'll try to hold it like beautifully. This is my moisturiser, the Asano Rosehip Regenerating Facial Moisturiser, and it is just wonderful. It really sinks into your skin. It's beautiful, but we're not going to spend a long time talking about it because it's probably going to get a little bit boring for everyone.
It's probably already quite boring for most people. I know it's boring for me.
Nicholas!
Moving on.
Okay. And I told you guys there wouldn't be that many of them. There is just one more beauty favourite, which is this eyeshadow by Colourpop, which is rose gold. It's very lovely. It is like super shimmery, and if I'm just having like a lazy eye makeup day, well, if I even put any eye makeup on at all, I will just pick it up with my finger and just smudge it all the way over my eyelid and just blend it out a little bit with a brush, and it looks good.
It does.
And it's cruelty free, as is the shampoo, so it's good.
Well, if you've made it through that turgid video, thanks very much for watching. Must have been pretty difficult. Thinking about it, there's probably a very small number of people who are interested enough in our daily lives to have made it through this much of a video. We're quite happy to admit that we are really boring.
Please subscribe, we're really boring. But actually, you should subscribe, and you should also like this video. So when I told Nick today that I wanted to film this video, because I'd been watching a few on YouTube and I just felt like it could be fun, Nick said, but Zoe, how are we going to talk about our favourite biscuits if we don't have any?
It's a good point. I thought this was a valid point.
Nick he knew that we had to have the props, because otherwise, how could we talk about them? Like, without this visual, the content it wouldn't be delivering, and we always aim to deliver pleasure to our viewers. So, one more final time, please like and subscribe.
Subscribe.
And like.
Subscribe again.
And just keep clicking it, but make sure that you don't accidentally unsubscribe. But if you do, then just subscribe again, and yeah, it will be alright.
And tell everyone you meet on the street just to subscribe.
Yeah, they won't know.
That'd be great.
Yeah, they won't know who we are, but just mention us until they get curious enough to Google it.
Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.